Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and I hope your family is well as well. And so today we're going to be starting science. And science is going to look a little bit different than what you're used to, coming into school and going through lots of hands-on labs and lots of hands-on activities. It's a little bit harder to do that with remote learning or distance learning. So one of the things that I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and make this as similar to what we've been doing in the classroom as possible. And when you look at this Google Doc, you will find this in Google Classroom. Everything will be housed in Google Classroom just like before. So how do you find this? Go to Google Classroom. Click on the Distance Learning Week 1 link, or there'll probably be a couple links for each week. But if you click on it, you'll find this. And this is a HyperDoc. It's all interactive. Most of these have links. Every once in a while, it'll tell you, like for an Edpuzzle, it'll say a link to the Edpuzzle can be found in Google Classroom. So again, you go back to Google Classroom. So hopefully everybody will always be able to find what they're looking for, and everything will be housed in Google Classroom. So one of the reasons why we chose to present our information in HyperDoc 1 is everything's on one document. You can see it here, and we're used to this. In science class, we've already had 2 different units where we've used HyperDoc like this, so it should be familiar with you. So when I read through here, a couple important things at the top. One, office hours. So I am going to be sitting in front of my computer between 9 and 10 and 1 and 2 each day. And I'll be in front of my computer other times, but these times are specifically for you to ask questions. You can email me questions and I can answer your emails. And it doesn't mean if you email me other parts of the day, I won't get back to you. But just keep in mind, I also have meetings, online meetings and whatnot. I've actually been going into school, packing my room. If you've been by the middle school, you'll see that the gymnasium's gone, the front of the commons is gone, and all that space in front of the science classrooms, it's all tore up, and they're going to be putting the foundations for the new building up pretty soon. They're going to be pouring the concrete. So these are specific times where you can be guaranteed that I'm at home and I'm waiting to answer your questions. Now, I can't always guarantee that I'll be able to answer them right away, just from the standpoint of if 5 people email me a question at the same time, I may not be able to get back to your email right away, but I will get back to you. We could do other things. If you're having troubles finding stuff, if you want me to show you things, we can do a Google Meet where we're talking via the computer. If you'd like me to give you a call, I can do that via Google Voice. So I can help you in lots of different ways. It doesn't just have to be an email. If you want me to show you something, we can share screens and I can show you my screen and how to accomplish something, how to get logged in. The only thing that we ask is if we do a Google's Meet that we're not looking at each other's face. I don't mind putting my face on there, but you don't have to. In fact, the district would like you not to, because just in case something happens where someone walks behind you or if you have something offensive on the wall, we just don't want to create any issues like that. So we're asking that all students turn off their cameras. And I will likely turn off my camera as well. But even with my camera off, I can show you my screen, so I can show you how to do things. So this is a great time to ask for help. Now, with distance learning, we are asking that you do your own work. It's very tempting to email your friends and share answers with each other. The bottom line, it's not ethical and it's not the right thing to do. So please, please, please don't do that. Make sure you put the best into all of your work and you're always doing your best. Just like in the classroom, it's no different. Now, it's very important that if you ask questions, email me. Let me know what those questions are. The last thing I want to have is for you not to have anything done. And the reason is, well, you didn't know how to do it. But the question is, how do I know you don't know how to do it? Now, in the classroom, I can see if you have nothing done, or I can see if you're not being engaged, but I can't do that from my house. I can't see what you're doing in your house. So make sure you ask questions if you have any, and make sure you're keeping up. Now, if something is going on, if you're sick from the coronavirus or sick, you can always email me. Just say, hey, Mr. Rattoon, I'm sick right now. I'm not going to be able to do anything for the next couple of weeks. Next couple of days. If you have a grandparent that's sick, if you have a parent that's sick and you need to help out, that is not a problem. Do you have to make up all your work? No. What I would say is if you're sick, you're not feeling well, it might be that your parents are working and you're taking care of your siblings. And so it really limits your time. We're asking that you do what you can do, but we also understand that right now, this is something that's fairly unique. And the 25 years of teaching, we've never had anything like this. So we're all struggling. We're all going through things. And, just do what you can do. But I also understand there's going to be some times where you may not be able to get something done. So if for some reason you can't do something, just email me. So if you're sick, say Monday, and you don't get this done, you don't get it done. One of the things I will forewarn you is that when we get to the last day of this little mini unit, I'll probably check work on the 14th, but then that's it. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to backtrack and check everything off. Now, if you're saying, well, what if I was sick for that whole week? Just skip it. Don't worry about it. Just start wherever you are. So if you're sick, say all this coming week, the 6th through the 9th, when you come back on Monday, maybe you go back and you do the Ed puzzle and you do a few things, because the minerals check for understanding is not going to be easy for you if you haven't done the readings or watched the videos. But yeah, understand it. Just email me. Say, hey, Mr. Toon, I was sick all week. I wasn't able to do it. That's fine. Just start from scratch. Start from where you are, because we do know that's going to happen through this pandemic. So what is it going to look like? What are you going to be doing this week? So on Monday, you're going to be clicking on the minerals reading, and it is 4 pages long. That's why I've split it up into 2 days. Our goal is to have about 20 minutes worth of work for you to handle each day. And when you click on these readings, and I can open up the first readings, you can click on it right here. It should be a view-only document for you, and the reading's 4 pages long. But one of the things we'd like you to do is interact with the Learn More activities. So is coal a mineral? Is ice a mineral? Based on your readings, how would you answer that? There's no space for you to type it in. You don't have to type it in, but just think about it internally. And that's how a lot of online learning happens. You have to be self-motivated. And then this video right here will guide you through it more. So you might look at this and say, wow, only 2 pages? That's only going to take me like 5 minutes to do. We understand that it's not going to take a long time. That's why we're asking you to interact with the Learn More activities as well. So when you look at this, you might say only 2 pages. That's only going to take me 5 minutes to do. Once you do the Learn More activities, once you interact, once you watch those videos, it'll probably take you about 20 minutes. Now, one of the other things that we're going to ask that you do is we're going to ask you to fill out a survey each day. And I'm going to pause the video for a second, and I'm going to start it with a one that looks slightly different than this. So here you are. This one looks slightly different. If you might say how, well, this one I've added this wrap up. What the district is asking you to do is to click on this. It's a Google form. All you have to do, I think you have to put your email, your first and last name, what grade you're in, what school, and what teacher, and then submit. And what it's doing is it's for the district, and it's kind of take attendance. You might say, well, am I going to be marked absent? Am I going to be marked truant? No. But we are looking to see what students are being engaged, what students are not engaged, just because we understand that if you don't get any education during this time, you will be behind your peers. And we're going to encourage you to do as much of this as you can. So there's the mineral readings. There's another wrap up. So every day, make sure you do the wrap up. Here, you're just going to watch a video, and the copy for the mineral notes will be in Google Classroom. You're just going to fill in the blank notes. So here I'm going to give you a copy. So the mineral readings, you're going to have a view only. You don't have to do anything with it other than to read it and interact with the Learn More activities. Here we're going to ask that you fill in the notes. So maybe you have your screen split between the notes, between the video. And that way you can fill them out as you're doing it. So this will take you about 20 minutes. There's an Ed puzzle. The Ed puzzle is only about 2 minutes long. And are you going to have to redo it if you don't score well? No. But there is some feedback here for you. So if you get all 6 out of 6 correct, that's good job. But you have to ask yourself, if you're only getting 1 out of 2 correct or 0 correct, well, are you really putting in your best effort? And again, I'm really counting on you to step up and to take this remote learning or this distance learning seriously and put your best into every activity. So once you get done with the Edpuzzle, there's going to be a mineral identification activity. The PDF, you click on that, and then you're going to be filling out this Google form as a result. So the PDF will help you answer those questions. How long is this going to take? Some of you are going to be done in about 5 minutes with that. Then the last day of each week, so we don't have school, we weren't going to have school ever on Friday. We always had the 10th off, so we're not going to have it in remote learning as well. But I'm going to have a weekly check-in. It's just asking you how are things going and trying to identify things that are going well for you. Then you have your wrap-up. And then on Monday is the Minerals Check for Understanding. You can use all of your resources. Most of these questions are going to come either from the readings or the mineral notes, and you have a paper copy of the notes. So use those resources to answer these questions. So again, just like in the classroom where you have open tests, open book tests, this is an open book and open notes test. You can use all your resources. If you don't do well and you want to retake it, feel free to do that. Do you have to retake it? Is this going into Infinite Campus? No, it's not. All remote learning is not going into Infinite Campus, at least for now. I do have a meeting later in the week where we're going to be discussing that, and if things change, I will let you know. But here's the important thing. It's up to you to put in full effort. You will get out of remote learning what you put into it. It's kind of like as a coach, if I think of basketball. We have practices every day, and we only have games a few times here and there, sometimes twice in a week, but we practice a lot more than we play. Do I grade practices? No. But I understand that if we practice harder, if we practice better, we play better. In fact, I commonly tell my team, we play the way we practice. So it's going to be the same thing here. If you're just going through this and you're rushing through everything, you're not putting full effort into the activities, you're not going to get much out of it. And Earth Science is one of the courses you can take at the high school. So the more you learn now, the easier it's going to be at the next level. So we put our entire unit. So it actually will go through next Monday. Now, below our additional resources, you do not have to do these. So the quizzes will show up as an assignment in Google. Well, it's not going to show in Google Classroom. It's only going to be right here. You can do it if you want. You don't have to. Some of these videos are in the readings, but here's more. So if you want to learn more, if you want to watch some of these videos, go ahead and do it. But you do not have to. I don't want you to look at this and say, wow, if I have to watch all these, it's going to take me hours. Nope, you do not have to do it. That's why it says additional resources. So this is a brief wrap up of what you're going to be doing. Next week, I'll produce another video, and it might even be shorter because I don't have to re-explain office hours and all this every week verbatim. I'll just remind you of those things. Now, one of the things I didn't say is wherever you see a green check mark, these are things that should be done, and that should help you out. Again, make sure you utilize Google Classroom. That's where all of these are going to be housed, including this Google Doc. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks and have a good week and stay well.